Hammaga salom. And as usual, we start with the vocabulary part. Har doimgidek biz lug'at bilan boshlaymiz. So the first word is cross. This is kesib o'tmoq. For example, while I was crossing the street, the traffic lights changed to red color and then I had to run. Yo'lni kesib o'tganimda svetoforning rangi qizil rangga o'zgardi va menga yugurish to'g'ri keldi. Next word is collar. This is yoqa. So usually when you wear shirts, all of them have got collars. So this is collar. And also I want to tell you one word. We have white collar jobs and we have black collar jobs. The history of this word is very much long and I will be very much brief, and I want to say you, so white collar jobs are usually jobs in which you usually sit at the office. So these are the doctors or managers, or let's say teachers. All of them are white collar jobs. But black collar jobs are the jobs which are usually done in the dirty places. Because why do you think they have got black collar jobs? Because if you sit in the office, your collar doesn't usually become dirty. So when you sit in the office, your collar doesn't become dirty easily. However, if you, for example, mine coal or you clean the streets, these are usually black collar jobs, and the color and your color gets dirty very quickly. So that's why it's called black collar jobs. And what do you think? What would you like to do? Would you like to be working in a white collar job or in a black collar job? Please give your answer. Well done. Now we move on. So next, dawn. This is tongue. So this is very, very early in the morning when the sun rises. Next, dim. This is khara. It's not very much bright, so it's blurry as well. Enter, kirmoq, empty, bosh. For example, this room is empty, there is no one in this room. Follow, kuzatmoq. In Instagram you even in Instagram you have got this word follow. For example, let's say my best friend, for example, yesterday I found my classmate on Instagram and I started following her. Fail, this is muvaffaqiyatsiz. Or if it is a verb, it means not to succeed, so it means muvaffaqiyatsizlikni uchratmoq. Next, get dressed. Get dressed, it means kiyinib olmoq. When I get up, I immediately get dressed first. Next, gates, darvozalar. Guard, qo'riqchi. Next word is hurriedly, shoshilinch ravishda. Because I was late to the meeting, I hurriedly got dressed. Lean forward. This is oldinga egilish. If you remember last time we talked about customs of Uzbek culture, and we have another custom, which is whenever we have got witches. Whenever the bride gets married, on the next day she has got kelan salam and she leans forward and greets all the guests. Next word, lead. This is qorg'oshin. It means to be the first one, and others will follow you. Moonlight, oy nuri. Narrow, tor. We have white, which is keng, and narrow, tor. Next word, not, bosh qimirlamoq. For example, will you come tomorrow? Yes, I will come. So you nod your head. Put on, kiyib olmoq. Put on, kiyib olmoq. Take off, yechib olmoq. Passage, this is yo'lakcha or o'tish. Palace, this is saroy. The king lives in a great palace. Rare, this is kamdan kam. This is opposite of frequent. Step, qadam yoki qadam qilmoq. Shadow, soya. Shadowy, soyali. This is adjective. Whisper, pichirlamoq. And the last one is urgent, zo'rlik bilan. So this is all our vocabulary. Please make 3 sentences. Please make little stories using them and combining 3 words together so that you will be able to learn them. Well done. Now we move to the reading part. So our reading is going to be about a message for the Inca king. So let's read together. It was before dawn. What was dawn? It means very early in the morning. Tongue. Opposite of dawn is dusk. And you also can say from dawn till dusk. It means for the whole day. I was learning vocabulary from dawn till dusk. Men butun kun lug'atimni yodlovdim. It was before dawn when Poma heard a voice. Wake up, Poma, wake up, somebody whispered. Poma opened his eyes. In the dim moonlight, he saw the face of his old teacher. Poma sat up in surprise. Shh, said the teacher. Don't speak. Get dressed and follow me. Kina bod va meni kuzat. Hurriedly, Poma put on his tunic. The other boys were sleeping. He stepped quietly past them and followed the old man outside. As silent as shadows, soyaga o'xshab jim bo'lib. Poma's teacher led him towards a small doorway in one corner. Messengers did not usually go through it. The rooms behind the hall were part of the palace. Suddenly, the old man stopped and spoke. Listen, Poma, he said. You are the youngest messenger in the palace, but nobody runs as fast as you. You are not yet 17, but you are as brave as any man. Now you have an important task. Poma followed the old man through the narrow doorway and along a short passage. They entered a large room where lamps burned brightly. The golden walls glowed like the evening sun. Glow, if you remember, we learned already this word. This means yaltramoq. They were talking quietly. They stopped when they saw Poma. Their tunics were fine wool with delicate patterns of gold. Delicate, nothing. These are important people, thought Poma. A table stood in the middle of the room with a gold chair next to it. There were silver cups on the table, but the chair was empty. Poma heard his teacher say, This is the boy, Prince Urko. A tall man appeared from the shadows. He wore a heavy cloak over his tunic. Bands of gold circled his head and his arms. A collar of gold and rare jewels was around his neck. You see, a collar of gold and jewels was around his neck. He beckoned to Poma and the boy stepped forward. Beckoned, chaqirib olmoq. The prince looked carefully at Poma for a moment. You are strong, he said, but you must be clever too. You must take a message to the king. You must remember every word. He leaned forward and spoke clearly. Repeat, he commanded. Poma repeated the message. The prince nodded. Now go, he said, and do not fail. Poma left the room and ran back through the hall. He crossed the shadowy courtyard and ran onto the road. Then he ran straight on, out of the city gates and towards the forest. I must not fail, he repeated. I must not fail. I must not fail. So a very mysterious story again. And quite interesting. I reckon. Please, now, stop the video and retell what you remember. Very good. Now we move to the questions part. So let's do exercise number 1. Before I do it, please do it by yourself and then we are going to check. This is our common practice, right? So let's do it. Alright, let's check. The first one, it was before dawn when Poma heard a voice. Second, hurriedly, Poma put on his tunic. Third, as silent as shadows, they crossed the courtyard. Fourth, suddenly, the old man stopped and spoke. Fifth, they entered a large room where lamps burned brightly. Sixth, a tall man appeared from the shadows. Seventh, he beckoned to Poma and the boy stepped forward. Eighth, Poma left the room and ran back through the hall. So I hope your answers, I think your answers are also the same. And we are going to move to exercise number 2, where we have to give very detailed and comprehensive answers. The first, why did Poma's teacher wake him up before dawn? I believe the reason why Poma's teacher woke him up so early in the morning before dawn is because the message should have been kept in secret and no one should have known about it. Second, why did the prince tell Poma to repeat the message? I reckon the prince told Poma to repeat the message so that he will make sure that Poma remembers every single word. Question number 3. What do you think the message was about? I think the message was very much important and it was perhaps about war or something of highest importance. Honestly, I don't have even idea about what it would be about. Maybe some political news, I think. Alright, so these are my answers, and what are your answers? Please pause the video and tell your answers as well. And in the last exercise, what we have to do, we have to write the word and we have to write the letter of the picture. For example, a piece of clothing you wear around your shoulders. This is cloak. This is picture number C. It's like a very long material around your shoulders, like Batman wears as well, or Thor, let's say. Second, a very large room. This is picture number D, and this is called hall. Third, a loose piece of clothing like a long t-shirt. This is tunic. Loose, it doesn't mean yutrazmok. Yutrazmok will be with one O, L-O-S-E, but if we have got two O's, it means not tight, okay? Yopishqoq emas, lekin opposite of yopishqoq, this is keng, alright? Next one, fourth. An open space with buildings all around it. This is a courtyard. And the last, this is picture B. And the last one is a dark shape when something is blocking the light. This is picture number A, and it is shadow. So this is the end of our reading part, and now we are going to move to the speaking part, and this is still the continuation of the mysterious story of the mask of the Chappy Chappy. So let's read together. Here are the Incas. Look at the king on his throne. His headdress is fantastic. Headdress. This is something that you wear on your head. The guards are scary. Guards, qo'riqchi, are very much scary, terrifying. The swords and spurs look really sharp. And the shields look really heavy. Shield, this is this red thing which helps them to be protected. Shield, this is a red thing which helps them to be protected, or in Uzbek it will be sheet, sheet. I love that jewelry. Wow, it's beautiful. And look at that mask. It's amazing. That, children, is the golden mask of Chappy Chappy. It's covered in jewels. Butunlay qimmatbaho toshlar bilan bezatilgan. What's happening? I can't see anything. Switch on the lights. Switch on the lights. So you see the lights switched off and they do not understand what's going on. Oh, that's better. Look, the golden mask isn't on the wall. Somebody took it. And I think I know who took it. Yes, that strange man. Quick, after him! So you see, they hurriedly follow the strange man who most probably stole this golden mask of Chappy Chappy. So again, please pause the video and retell it. And today we have done reading and we have also learned some vocabulary. And of course, as usual, we have practiced our speaking skills as well. So I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. See you later. Goodbye.